So in the first movie they were hanging from a ceiling, the second movie he was hanging from a cliff top, the third movie he was hanging from a bridge, the fourth movie he was hanging from the Burj Khalifa, the fifth movie, this one, he's hanging from a plane, the next one he's probably going to end up hanging from a rocket.
This is Brent.
Go secure.
Go.
The Syndicate is real, and they know who we are.
You need cooling.
A rogue nation, trained to do what we do.
Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is directed by Christopher McQuarrie and it stars Tom Cruise, Rebecca Ferguson, Sean Harris, Simon Pegg, and Jeremy Renner. So in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, it picks off where Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol left off. Ethan Hunt is tracking down the Syndicate and they take down some bad guys, and the IMF is shut down courtesy of Alec Baldwin. So Ethan Hunt is now on his own and is trying to find out who is a syndicate and who can he trust. And he comes across Rebecca Ferguson, which he can or cannot trust. The action sequences were great, they really were. They marketed a lot on the plane sequence, but I'm glad that wasn't the film's climax of the movie. It really isn't. It's the opening sequence. Some other stunts, they were great. They had an amazing motorcycle chase. There was like this underwater scene that was awesome. Even like these mental scenes that aren't exactly action, but they're still great, and that's towards the end. Tom Cruise, as always, fantastic in this role. This guy never phones it in. He always brings his A game to his role, no matter what movie he's doing. Oblivion, he brings it. Edge of Tomorrow, he brought it. Jack Reacher, he brings it. This movie, he brings it for the fifth time in the franchise. Simon Pegg was great as well. He was really good. He played the sidekick. He continued Benji. He's now in the majority of the franchise. Because what he did is comic relief, but the comic relief did not sacrifice the action or the intensity for it. Rebecca Ferguson, she's the girl in this movie, because there always is one girl in every Mission Impossible movie. She was great. I'm glad that she's coming back for the sixth movie. She was really interesting as a character, and she was a great action female character. The villain itself, fantastic, it really is. He's not a physical villain, he's more of a mental villain. It's kind of what Spectre should have done with Christoph Waltz, but instead this is how it was executed really well, instead of what Christoph Waltz was. The story overall was great. There's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, but it makes a lot of sense for what the movie ends up going for. This movie isn't turn your brain off. This movie is you gotta be fixed in, you gotta have your brain working at all times in this movie, because this movie requires you to remember stuff and think about stuff. But since the story was great and there were a lot of twists and turns, the script was also really smart as well. And what Christopher McQuarrie did with the script, he reinvented the old spy cliches. So Assassination at the Opera was given was reinvented, and it was reinvigorated, and it was created better and grander, and it felt more modern yet still classical. Now for my one flaw of this movie is that this movie never seems to have one singular main character, which is good because it's an ensemble film, but since it's Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, which is his franchise, which he has always been the star in very clearly in every movie, it's hard to tell that he's actually the star in this movie because he's being hunted down by the IMF. That's just kind of a nitpick of the movie. I have liked the majority of every film in the franchise, because I don't like number 2, who does, really? I'm going to give Mission Impossible a 9 out of 10. Those are my thoughts on Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. So let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to become one of the Platypus. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.